because I didn't put myself on stage. There we go. There we go. Good evening. What do I have? I got fluff on me. What is up with the fluff? Oh, that's the thing with fluff and wearing black. Everything shows up. Everything shows up. Especially when you have a hat and feathers around. And I didn't look before I came on. Bad on me. I was, one of my other communities was live, just popped up on live before I started, and I hadn't been in there in a while. So I went, oh, look at that. I got a little fat pack right there. And I just popped over. She does bingo. I just popped over to say hello and apologize for having not been in there in well over a week. And it's a newer community that I just popped in. I was subscribed and never really said anything, and I got a surprise subscription. The name is Stacy NAT. NAT stands for Northern Aurora Treasures. I'll have to go and pull the link. She does all kinds of crafting. But yeah, I got a surprise subscription, and I had to go in there and thanks for the subscription. And very welcoming. Hey, Betty, and Brooke. Brooke, I don't know if you're actually in here because your post was up there from quite a while ago, but very welcoming. So I pop in there once in a while, and then I started doing the regular nightly lives and haven't been able to get over there because the evening is when she usually goes live. So, and she gave me a little shout out on her channel. So I wanted to make sure I reciprocated that. And she said she comes over here and she does watch some of the lives. And I would imagine she watches afterwards because we have the same time frame. Betty, how did your CAT scan go last night? Don't need to see the vape in the middle of the screen. And that is just regular candy flavors. It's not anything other than I'll show you. It's not anything other than this stuff. I quit smoking, and when did I quit smoking? When I got a car payment, a big car payment for my Tahoe. Hey, Meow Meow's here to say hello. Oh, I'm sorry. Have they started developing any type of a plan, or are they still working on it? Hi, baby girl. Nobody's ready for that type of result. You always hear him when he's coming. Hi, Coco. Hi, Coco Kitty. Okay. We will all, as a community, keep you in our thoughts and prayers for those that do prayers. And, ow, it's a nail. Which one? He knows it. She knows it. They're all lovers. Somebody said you guys are pretty. So, yeah, we will all keep you in our thoughts and prayers. Coco, yes. Uh-oh, here comes Brule. Yes, I have a very special clouder of kitties here. They're all very special. So, I don't know what else we can do for you, but if there is anything that we can do from you from afar and from our community, you be sure to let us know. And my email is it should be in my profile. In fact, let me double check it right here. Hold on, let me go and grab this. It's that at Gmail. You can email me anytime, okay? And I will do what I can. That's what we're here for. Hey, Brooke, welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, you put that in your email so that you have it. We knew you'd make it. And when you can't, we know it's because, life always takes precedence over the internet. Life and obligations always takes precedence. Hello, Amanda. Miss ya. Seems like I haven't seen you in forever. Where you been, girl? And give me 1 second here. Ow, 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 ow. You're pulling my hair. Stop it. Let me go and get that link since I mentioned it. Oops. Okay. I can't have all of you on me. There. And that's the link for Stacy NAT. I had just mentioned her at the beginning of this live. That's a channel. I had gotten a for those that didn't hear, I had gotten a free subscription to her a while ago, and she started her live right before before this one started, and I had popped over to say hello. I hadn't been in there for a while because we've been going nonstop here in the evenings. So I had popped over to just say hey and apologize for not being in there. And she had let her chat know that I've been going lives over here and doing a couple tutorials. She gave me a little mini shout out, so I just wanted to reciprocate that. And yeah, she said that she has watched a couple of my shows, not at the same time because she goes live at the same time. But anyway, wanted to reciprocate that. She's got a nice channel if you like arts and crafts, and she does some fun stuff over there. And I'm gonna have to ask her. We don't have a large enough audience, a large enough chat to do some of the games that she does. But once we get to that point, I will ask where some of those games come from because I think they're fun. You're a very positive person, Betty. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. So after I did my little live this afternoon, I laid down and I told my AI device, I won't say her name because she'll start talking and won't shut up, but told her to set an alarm for 2 hours. And 4 hours later, I finally got up. So yeah, I needed that because last night's sleep was not very good from the stress and anxiety of today's appointment. Whew. Now it'll be hurry up and wait. You're just going to push me off the back of my chair, aren't you? I was just so anxiety riddled because, you know, the fear of the dentist. I just hate him that much. Look at this tail. Whipping the tail around this side. Oh no, she went off. I just told her to shut up. You know, I knew I had time, but that means I'm going to be awake for quite a bit tonight. Yep. We discovered a lot of us have that uh, anxiety for a multitude of reasons. A lot of us have that anxiety around the dentist. So you're purring, giving me that little neck massage. Woo. Yeah. Oh, that feels good. Oh, the one thing, the dentist, oh, he had such great hands. You know, he's sitting there, you know, he says he was, you know, he's doing a cancer check, you know, he's feeling around my face. He's got his hands like this, you know, he's feeling different things. You know how they do that. Sorry to use that C word, Betty. But he's feeling around doing this, and then I'm like, no, 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 put your hands back. That felt good. It was like I was getting a little mini face massage in there when he's doing it. You know, he kind of froze when I'm like, no, put your hands back. That was kind of funny. So that wasn't a directive to move, Coco. So, uh-oh, Mambo just came in. She's probably going to jump up here now. So, oop, Nutter just ran in. Yeah, I should have tried that line on him. So, wonder if he's married. No, I'm kidding. My PTSD has me totally excluded from that market forever and a day, I think. Oh, Mambo, why you barfing? Hairball. Well, at least she's politely barfing and not being loud about it. Lovely. So, yeah, okay. Well, that's a new topic for today. Kitty cat barf. So did you see I got a call out today? Yeah, I've had that problem too. You got an eye boogie. Got that out. That was ugly brulee. A dentist with bad breath. Ooh. Oh, I couldn't do anything but laugh about it, Brooke. There, we'll start there. I couldn't do anything but laugh about it. I'm like, is that all you got? Because she has nothing else, Brooke. She has nothing else. I'm like, is that the best you got? And yeah, that's a challenge. I laughed. I'm like, that is the best you got? Here, let me piss her out here. I just grabbed this. Here you go. Here you go. If you're over here watching, here. Here you go. Let me make you dizzy, Coley. Here. Woo! There you go. Ha ha ha! Ooh, ooh, wow. Yeah, I saw she unblocked Steph. Yeah, that was what she came after me for was so damn stupid. It was it I'm like, you wasted time for that? The girl's desperate. She was desperate. I had vet or not, what she came after me for was utterly stupid. I mean, it was stupid. It did what she came after me for didn't even make any sense. It was stupid. I mean, she must have been high as a kite or drunk or whatever, because what she went after was completely asinine. Yeah, it was stupid. I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, okay, let's do this. And I clicked play and I'm like, what? That's all you got? Really? She did a call out on me, and she was complaining because I Terry had asked me which candies, those ginger candies that I have, which ones, because of the that I was taking because my throat was being gravelly. And instead of just saying what they were, I held them up to the screen and showed what they were, like this. And she's saying I was, doing this and whatever. And then because my throat was all gravelly, because not like I haven't been. Hi, Miss Bliss, the lovely Miss Bliss, and I am so sorry I missed your live today. I crashed hard when I got back from the dentist today, and I didn't wake up until I think it was like an hour ago. So everything was said and done by then. But yeah, she went after me because my voice is all scratchy. God forbid somebody, does their live despite their voice being all scratchy. I mean, nobody's ever done that. Yeah, yeah, that's right, Bliss. Yeah, yeah. My voice is scratchy. But hey, she shit on live. Plop, plop, Coley, plop, plop. Literally. See, Coley, my teeth are still real. So go ahead and flap your gums some more, but at least make it worthwhile. Yeah, looky, Coley, my eyes are open. You know, I know what I'm doing on a live. I remember what I'm doing on a live, or if I forget, it's just because I'm getting old and forget. It's not because I'm impaired, you know, impaired with substances, you know, just a thought, you know. I don't think I've ever gone on a live laughing at people, telling them it didn't happen because there's no receipts out there, when the receipts are on my own fucking channel. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Folks, have I done that? I mean, you know, I'm getting old and senile. Dementia might be kicking in. You know, maybe, you know, I'm getting up there, aging, but I'm aging gracefully. You know, I'm not using 5011 filters to cover up my natural beauty and grace. Where's William Shatner to sing the song for me? Beauty and grace, style in my face. Well, however that song goes. I agree. I agree. Last thing I want to do is defend somebody who disrespected me in my live. But yeah, you're right. You know, not everybody has long, beautiful, luscious hair. No, my hair is thinning out too as I age. So that was a joke when I said that. I'm fortunate that I have nice hair, but even my hair is thinning out. It's just you can't tell how much it's thinned out because it was so thick to begin with. But yeah, so what? Her hair is thinning out naturally as she ages. So what? At least she has the balls to go online and not use 5011 fucking filters. You know, at least, you know, to the best of my recollection, Chicago's never gone live while she's sitting on the toilet, taking a piss, and then shitting on a toilet. And then letting everybody hear her unravel the toilet paper while she wipes her ass. Chicago's never sat there and talked about douching while she's sitting on the toilet taking a shit. But hey, correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I don't remember. True. 4011, 5011, 6011, whatever works. Y'all know what I mean. So, Coley, you want to put my name in your mouth? You better make it worthwhile. Just saying, loser. Even Tara's smart enough not to put my name in her mouth. Tara's smart enough not to put most people's name in her mouth. Most, not all. Watch, Tara will probably do a short and put my name in her mouth tomorrow now. Or in 5 minutes from now. Won't that be fun? So hey, my video got took down last night because of the Hootie and the Blowfish. Was it MG something, whoever their studio is? They don't just put a copyright on the song. They actually take down the entire video until you remove the song. That cracked me up because I fully intended to remove the song afterwards. Oh yeah, it did. I knew it was going to get copywritten. I didn't care because I was using that song yesterday. It was perfect. And I knew I was going to have to take the song out. You know, it's not like, you know, I make money off my videos anyway, but I knew I was going to have to remove the song. But I was like, damn, they actually took out the whole video, not just, you know, put a copyright on there. So, hey, I'm still on the learning curves for, you know, this, that, and the other. But yeah, that surprised me. So as soon as I saw that, I put the video on private while it was being edited. And I learned that if you let YouTube do the editing, it takes forever. So, you know, the next time I do it, and yeah, I'm going to do a song again, but the next time I do it, as soon as the live is done, I'll put the video to private and then I'll edit out the song myself. So if you ever, you know, whenever I use a song or something at the beginning, like I did, and that's why I only used it at the very beginning, so that it'll be easy to edit. But if you ever see my video goes private immediately after a live, it's because I know I need to do an edit. And while I'm completing the edit, I'll put it private. So, but hey, when I did that review on Spartacus, I had used, I think it was a minute of the very first episode of Spartacus, Blood and Sand, and Stars completely knocked me offline. That's the way they handled it. I thought, because it was openly available. First episode ever was openly available. And I thought, yeah, maybe I'd be able to, use a minute or two, talk about it, use a minute or two. They completely knocked me offline, so, but hey, I'm on the learning curve. So let me go back here. I did say that. I saw that tonight. That's why I said, she keeps most people's name out of her mouth. So, yeah, I saw her mention that. I have to go back and listen to it again. I was just trying to do a quick catch up before I had to go live. Yes, but I knew I was going to have to do an edit, so I wasn't too mad about it. Not mad at all. Good point. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Teresa. Good point. I stand corrected on using that in the same sentence. Bad, bad, bad. Cindy is a sweetheart. Yeah, I have to go and catch up. I did see that Cindy did. I don't remember if it was a video or short, but I've got catching up to do since I slept my afternoon away, catching up from my high anxiety, lack of sleep night. It should be. Let's see. Oh, let me delete that. Here, I'll go pull it up. I'll go pull it up. Oh, let me make this bigger. Can y'all see that now? It says, Selfie Queen Cindy is not just a hypocrite, like I've called out for years, but an entire fraud. And I've come to realize that you all see exactly what I see. But those are your girls. Popular crowd, a bunch of followers. How do you claim to care so much about addicts in recovery, so far as to consider yourself an advocate, but you use it to damage someone? You decide someone was an addict and have a full-on conversation about my addiction that I have never had and proceed to explain what kind of addiction even? That shit is crazy. You bitches are legit sick in the head. I have never seen nothing like it in my life. If addiction recovery were part of my journey, I would have said so years ago. This is sick AF. Okay. Yes. Alrighty then. Sick AF. You are sick AF. Really? Get the fuck out of here. Let's read the comments because the comments are gold. Okay. Jose B420 says, addiction without the recovery is your channel. LOL. You are addicted to Pookie. The more that man mistreats you, the more you love and want him. It's like a drug. Woo, woo, woo. Making sense. Sense as in odiferous sense. Says, don't even waste your time on people who have too much time to waste. Go forward being great. Tara responds with, you aren't wrong, mamas. AG QE60U says, you did / at Bud Street with Mindy and Jason. And then in a recent video, you said you've done. We know what she said. Addiction is very much part of your journey. Your addiction to YouTube, for example, when you prioritize it over being there for your babies. What type of mother wants to be a YouTuber so bad that she's willing to sacrifice her relationships with her own children? Oh my, did somebody really say that? Did somebody really go there? No. Terry, hello, hello, hello. Terry, get on up here, girl. For the night is dark and full of terrors. Don't leave me up here all by myself. Wait a minute. Okay, I got to catch up now because I was doing a dramatic reading here. Who you taking daggers for? Betty, I got you. I read those for you. Yes, Brooke and the three of us and my girl Teresa, of course, but she doesn't panel or do content. We were lone wolves for a long time. You are alone no longer. We're the popular crowd now. All of us. We've got a whole merge on a community. We've got a community merge going on. We have a community merge. And we are all as popular as the other. We are one now. Oh, okay. Yeah, you kind of did. Well, sort of, kind of, yes and no. I think the daggers were more if it was viewed as being enabling or showing financial support. You know, there's a couple people in this community that still actively post over on Tira, and I've seen her posting on other people within the group that don't post here and don't show up here, and they're not getting chastised. Nobody's giving them grief for being in here. Tara probably is behind the scenes. Oh, I'm sorry, BTS. Neither was I, Teresa. Neither was I. Then she may have directed. If you can't read any comments sent to her, then I would suggest that it's all her sock accounts, and she has you blocked. Yeah. Yeah, and isn't that so annoying? That's exactly what I did, Teresa. I saw a couple things and I watched her diaries and I'm like, "Oh man, that really sucks. I feel bad." And then you start to see some things and then it gets up under your skin like a tick. We're human. We feel bad until we realize and then we don't. That's because Tara has you blocked, Betty. Yep, there you go. Exactly what Terry said. Yeah, that's pretty messed up. I agree. I agree, Bliss. Oh, I don't know about you, but she's quite chatty in here. Love that for her. Look at me all caught up on comments. That'll last for about 10 seconds. I'm going to switch out to my avatar for a bit. Hope y'all don't mind. Terry, did you enjoy my dramatic roast from Coley today? Wasn't it awesome and amazing? It was rough. It was really, really rough. I almost shed a tear. It was so brutal. Sorry, couldn't help it. I agree. I agree, Bliss. Hey, unsolicited. I was going to say that, but I wanted to hit you with one question at a time. I was also going to say, look at all that support you're getting over there about with Chris Terry. Wasn't that amazing? She did a phenomenal job on that short. That could be a lonely path sometime, but eventually you get some co-walkers with you. Eventually everybody realizes you're walking in the light. I have too. Then I had to shut my mouth for a while and twiddle my thumbs. And then finally, bada bing, bada bam, the stars aligned. And I started singing Aquarius and dancing to it. The moon was in the 7th house and Mercury aligned with Mars. And look at the peace that's guiding the planets. I'm kind of surprised. Well, I'm not surprised, but I am, I'm not, I am, I'm not. You know, Chris says it's hurtful that she doesn't get, she calls and doesn't get, her calls don't get answered. She says that's really hurtful. Yet she still hangs. I mean, that's, when you have I don't want to use issues and have that misinterpreted, but when you have the issues that Chris does, and some of us have the same type of issues, so I don't mean issues in a negative way, and you have somebody that treats you that way, that's abusive. Yet she still tries to stand up for her. That's not right. Yet she still defends her and how she treats everybody else. That's fucked up. And I know you're listening, Chris. I don't know if you heard me say, Bliss, but I used Hootie last night and they took out my whole stream. That's why I had to take it offline while I was editing out that song. But it was worth it. It was worth the wait because I still got to do my stream and the song was still there at the beginning and it was perfect for the moment. She is. She is. I think she'd do better if she didn't have that influence behind her. We'll see about that. Yeah, I've done some other lives with songs, but with Hootie's song, the studio, they didn't just copyright the song, because I'm not monetized, so it's no big deal. But with Hootie's song, his studio, they actually blocked the entire stream. And I had already known that I was going to have to cut out the song. That's why I just put it at the very beginning. It was like no big deal. I'll just cut it out later. but they actually blocked the entire stream. I was like, well, I was going to take the song out anyway, but damn. So while I let YouTube cut out the song, so I just put it private while the song was being cut out. So it was no big deal. I anticipated removing it anyway, but it's like, Jesus Christ, you blocked the whole stream. I think it did in the very beginning, but I think there was only like a couple comments in the first couple minutes during the intro because there's not used. I'm not big enough that there's anybody here during the intro, so that's not a problem now. And I don't think I'm ever going to be so big that that'll be a problem, Terry. And actually, I'll have to go back and look because I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that as being an issue. So thank you for giving me something else to think about. Yeah, like it was costing me, like it's costing them anything to promote their song. How old's that song? 25, 30 years old. Teresa, I don't expect you to do anything unless you want to. Yep. See, there you go. Terry's got the answer. She knows everything. She's a pro at YouTube here. Isn't that how it always happens, Bliss? Okay. See, I'm learning as I go. Hey, Selfie. Selfie Queen Cindy in the house, folks. Like that. Thank you, Cindy. I really appreciate that. No, I got the comments on screen right now. Teresa, the comments are up on screen now. Thanks, Cindy. I'm trying. It's a hell of a time trying to keep up with comments, though. Yeah, what are you waiting for, Bliss? Yeah, to do your to be able to do your member stuff. I'm pretty sure that's what the question was. So you could do super chats and stuff. Hey, did everybody get to see how my dental appointment went today? Thank you, Betty. I still have to do it. I still have to touch up my grays. But you could still set it up for super chats so everybody could show their appreciation. That was a dental question. I survived my dental appointment. I do not need dentures. I do need 2 extractions and a root canal. That's all up on the top. I need a root canal on a front tooth. Yeah, that is good news. I have a couple cavities. Who didn't know that was going to happen? Um, I told him I'm going to need sedation because I'm too old to go to jail for murder. Um, um, excuse me. Yeah, 2 extractions and a root canal, and that's the big thing. And I guess after they get that done, they'll figure out the rest of the plan. And they got to send their plan to the VA. They said it takes about a week for that to come back, and then it takes about a month for them to fit that into their schedule. It's funny. I said that earlier. I wonder if he's married because he's an older guy. He introduced himself. He came out and said, "Hey, I'm the old guy," and I'm like, "Oh, hey, I'm the old lady. Nice to meet you." You know what, Teresa? I think you have to toggle something in your settings to be able to get those. So there's a toggle you have to do to be able to get sent free memberships. Yeah, and it's in the front tooth, but on the upside, I know they cannot do your whole mouth at one time, but they can only do, I think 2 or 3 quadrants at one time. So both extractions and the root canal are all on the top. So I'm thinking, and they didn't say no, but I'm thinking, if they sedate me or get me really in la la land, Twilight or whatever, that they should be able to do all of that at one time and take care of whatever cavities are on the top. They could do that all at once. And then they won't need to sedate me for the other cavities. I'll just need to be, relaxed. So, but so I'm looking at least a month before any of the other work begins. My blood pressure was sky high. They took that when I was there and they want me to get my blood pressure done. And I'm like, look, I just got notified yesterday that I was coming here today. So yeah, I'm not surprised my blood pressure is sky high. It's usually, I said it's usually like 120 over 80, 120 over 85. It was like 145 over 110 today. I said, you guys just called me yesterday because you had a cancellation. I had no time to prepare myself for coming in here. I don't like dentists. I'm terrified of them. I had no time to prepare myself mentally for coming in here. So yeah, I says the blood pressure is going to be elevated when I come in, but I'll be able to better prepare when I have a little bit more time for an appointment. I remember I had researched a root canal before for somebody else, and I remember there were some issues. So yeah, I do need to do some research on that. And when I was live today earlier, um, I think it was Brooke that mentioned it, but somebody had mentioned other issues, and I do recall that from previous research. So yeah, I will look into that. And I vaguely recall that the bigger problem was with what they use on a root canal, you know, and I need to think long and hard because, it's a front tooth they're talking about doing. So, yeah. So, I've got some research and work to do. And as soon as they talk to the VA, they'll have to call me and I'll talk with them about any plan. Good night, Cindy. Thank you for coming in. Much appreciated. I don't have to be tired to let my mind wander there sometimes. Old, not obsolete. Well, they're going to have to do some sort of a plate because they're taking teeth, and I already have uh, some missing teeth. So they're most likely going to have some sort of a plate fashioned as part of the treatment plan. Yeah, I don't want to, not have a tooth in the front. So, I have some things to consider. Hey, I do like corn on the cob. You take care of yourself, Betty. And you have my email if you need it, okay? Bliss, how did today go with the kiddos delay? Were you able to get much done, even though you lost a couple hours there? I don't like getting cornholed, but I do like corn on the cob. Let me clarify that. Whoop, 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 whoop. Nothing wrong with a good nap. I got a good one in this afternoon. So I'm gonna when I eventually get around, get off me now. Get off me. I'm gonna eventually be starting my when I get my round 2 it set up. I'm gonna eventually start doing some of my recaps for Spartacus House of Asher. Has anybody watched that? And you've done some wonderful lives these past Tuesdays. Okay, and so anyway, House of Asher, Spartacus, they wear stolas. Oh, interesting. And I have to fashion a stola because I want to I want to have fun when I'm doing these recaps as much as I can. So I want to try to dress the part. So I have some jewelry that I'm going to wear. I don't have a stola made yet. I don't have a stola made yet, but I will have a nice stola made for season 2. And I have some jewelry that's going to go with the stola that I'm going to make. These are one of the earrings, and these are close to what similar to something that Kasudia wears. She's one of the mothers, and this will be the matching necklace. When I do this, when I for this show, because I really did like this show, when I do this show, the recaps, I really do plan on having fun. And nobody here has watched the show, so you're not going to get this with this jewelry. But here's another set that is similar to something that she has worn. Oh, there's 14 in here right now. Yeah, she wears in several of the episodes, she's wearing emeralds. Yeah, I like emeralds too. So, and yeah, for that time period, emeralds, rubies, and garnets were the big jewels. Hold on, sorry, I'm showing you my ass. Oh, where did I put the rubies? Because yes, I have rubies. I think I put them in here. I also have some other, you gotta have your laurels. You can imagine what fun I'm gonna have doing my hair. So there's one of the bangles. Hold on, I'll catch up to what I'm laughing at. Give me a minute. Oh, that's really cool, Amanda. Amethyst is beautiful. Thank you. That cracked me up. That's what I was laughing at. My birthstone is a diamond. All jewels are beautiful if they're set right. Yes, ma'am. April 3rd. Almost a full, but not quite. Hey, Mambo. Hey, my old ladies. My old ladies. The old ladies are together now. So, and so, I do not have any other, outfits planned for any other shows I plan on recapping. I just really felt like doing that for doing Spartacus. Don't know why. I just really wanted to do that with Spartacus. I guess I really am a weirdo. But hey, who doesn't want to wear a nice stola and some jewelry? Come on. And do their hair up. Come on. I'll take a man in a toga any day. What are you doing over there, Coco? Coco, what are you doing? Hey, stop scratching at the chair. Hey, Steph. Oh, we're up to 15 around here. Oh, man. It's like all of a sudden I'm like super fuzzy on the screen here. Doesn't look like that except for on the screen. Bad lighting. A lot of water in this chat. What were you doing back there? You just look guilty. Oh, don't talk back. Don't talk back. So I am going to go back to my avatar. Oh, I thought Aries was the most stubborn. But you know what? No, it makes sense, I guess. Aries is hard headed, Taurus is bullheaded. So, okay, I could work with that. Okay, wait a minute. Let me try to catch up here. I resemble that remark. My ex-husband was a Scorpio. That was a mix. And Venezuelan. Not if they don't know how to use it. And of course, doesn't every man think that anyway? Hmm. What I'm doing a quick scan here. See if anything exciting is popping up. God forbid if we miss anything. Nope. Everybody's quiet. You never know. Look how many of my titles have been misleading. You never know. No, that's okay, Teresa. We all have our days and nights. Your being here is warming to everybody's heart, so this is true. That's the word on the streets. I think Terry mentioned it up above. Let me go look, see if it's still here. Hi, Coco. I'm looking to see if it's still in the scroll. There it is. So nope. Terry said it's regular. That's about to go off of the. It's about to scroll off. So hi, Summer. Who needs a cat tower when you have me? We're glad you popped in. Appreciate you. Tonight's all about chit chat. Oh, hey, the title of tonight's live, does anybody recognize that? Amanda, ask your husband if he recognizes that. And it continues in the description. And the whole quote is, there are many things given to us in this life for the wrong reasons. What we do with such blessings, that is the true test of a man. And then I added in, or woman. Well, plastic is never as smooth as metal. That's one thing. And they will feel different when you work with acrylics versus cotton versus wool. And anytime you do use a different type of hook, there is always a little bit of adjustment. But after you work a row or two of something, you won't even notice that difference. So just a wee bit of adjustment. So did you try them out on a dark color or in dim light? Which one was it? Oh, the other reason I got them, besides just when it's dark and stuff, I got it because in the evenings when I would crochet, uh if my birds were acting up, if I had the lights on when I was crocheting, and the birds would start acting up. So I'd turn the lights off, and then I could crochet when it was darker in the room. You know, this was when some of the birds were younger. So, you know, it's all about adapting the house around the animals. So there you go. And now that the birds have gotten out of their toddler and teenage assholery years, I don't need to do that anymore. But yeah, you adapt different things around your animals. So that was another use for them for me. I think that was what where I ended up with the first bigger set, where each individual hook, you know, and then I got the uh snap-on set, the individual, you know, where I could switch out the needle head or the hook size for each individual one. I'm losing my words again tonight. Then I got the other set, similar to yours, but not as nice. I got that one for when I was traveling back and forth to the VA. This way I didn't have to carry the bigger set. Good night, Bliss. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. And I will get to watch your live later. But I already did the YouTubey things on it. Turn my camera off before I scare Terry away. So let's see, what else? What else can we talk about tonight? I think tonight's going to end up being a short night because we're quiet. And since I was sleeping before the live here, I didn't take the time to prepare anything. And I didn't do it earlier because I was, too much anxiety. So I know, bad on me. But I did go live earlier today. Yeah, we all are. We've all been hitting the lives a lot. So everybody, our whole big community's been doing a lot of lives. And that tires everybody out. Because we all do have other things to do in our personal lives besides sit on live all day and watching and listening to lives. So we don't want to get live fatigue here. I don't know. I'm not going to be able to sleep for a while, so I had told you last night, Teresa, I had told you last night that I had to rewatch a couple things and take some notes and plan something. I need to start perusing a couple patterns for the ideas that we talked about, make some plans. So I do have a couple things that I need to do. Maybe I'll put some things together and work on a little tutorial on those other stitches that we talked about last night. Yeah, there was. Yeah, there was. I do like doing lives more than I do like doing recordings and stuff. It's easier. But with the recordings, you do have the advantage of being able to edit more. But yeah, in anticipation of what's coming up, though, I should get some of those tutorials out. So, I use that bright yellow I-cord. Do you think that I should make a different color of the I-cord to use? Or should I just go with a regular type of yarn? What's your opinion on that? Okay, I can do that. Ow, get your nail out of my neck. I can do that. I thought it would show better with the iCord, but I guess it didn't. So, okay. Okay, well, see, this is the kind of input I need. This is the kind of input I need. Because doing it online is vastly different than when I do it in person. So I'm on a learning curve here. I'm not too proud to say that I can't learn and improve on doing things. Oh, that's a very good point. Very good point. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, Coco, you're pulling my hair. Okay, take a hike, cat. I need a catapult. Yeah, okay. Go, go, go. Thank you. Oh, ain't that fun? Those are very good points, Teresa. Thank you. Input is always a good thing. Terry, I figured all the cats climbing on me sent you off into a tizzy. Glad you're still here. If only I can get you to come here and do my laundry. Oh, all of a sudden I'm warm. Put my hair up. So Terry, did you see where I got the call out for tonight? And I asked earlier, but I didn't see your response. So I apologize if you did respond. Oh. Yeah, let me go check my hours real quick. Check my analytics. Because I had to private that video last night, my hours aren't going to fully show for that video, but I think by morning I am probably going to be at 1,000 hours for watch time, and that's pretty awesome. That's really cool. And I am at 94 subs. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I put that up on the screen real quick because don't need to give her any credit on over here. So yeah, I think by tomorrow I'll be at 1,000 watch hours, which is amazing. I don't think I expected to get there. Oh, that's right. That's right. You did. We had that little conversation. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Terry. Yeah, you're right. There, my mind's blitzing. Look, I'm getting old. Told you, dementia's kicking in. But yeah, I don't think I expected to hit 1,000 watch hours anytime, anywhere near this soon. And yeah, I'm at 94 subs. Did not expect this anywhere near this soon. So that's really really cool. So we're gonna have to have a party around here. Break out the fancy dishes and silverware. You know, pop some champagne. We're gonna have a party. A. Yeah, notice she didn't pop in at all tonight. Have I? Have I really been hitting it hard around here? You know what though? It's the live streams have been fun and relaxing. They really have been. They've been fun. They've been relaxing. Great for my PTSD. You know, and I could be wrong, but you know, it seems like there's a lot of the others in the community really enjoy having somewhere to go and just chit chat. You know, and that's what I always liked about going to different streams was just having a place to go and chit chat. You know, it's just having a sense of somewhere to go. Yeah. You know, it's one thing when, you know, there's other live streams that I go to, you know, that I just listen to, and it's like, well, yeah, it's okay because you know you're listening in live time, but it's different. It's different when they're live streams that you just listen to. You know, it's more enjoyable where they're ones that you feel comfortable participating in. You know, we do talk about a lot of different things. It's not all drama in here. Really. Is it in the normal time slot that I'm doing? No. Hey, like I've said many times, personal life always takes priority over internet life. I see. Terry, you had said a while ago about switching off and on different nights. Do you have any plans of going live? Or should I just plan on going live tomorrow night? I may do a live tomorrow during the day because I gotta try. I keep saying that we're gonna do some crocheting, and trying to do that in the evenings just doesn't work because we all just end up chit chatting. So if I do except for when I do the recaps and stuff, but if I do any crocheting and stuff, that's going to end up having to be during the day. Time to be determined. And I fully realize that that may be none or just one or two or three, maybe. Bone broth, I swear by it. Put a pot of bone broth on the stove. Get a couple pounds of beef bones and let them simmer on the stove. Keep it going for a couple days. You'll get a lot of stuff out of it over a period of a couple days. And just drink it by the mugful, a couple mugs a day. Terry, after I got home today, I only wanted to nap for about 2 hours because I really barely slept last night. And I think I slept for about 4 hours. And it's not because I'm sick. It's just because, I felt like I slept like shit last night. So, when you nap, it's your body telling you need a nap. No shame. There's no shame in the nap game. Your body does its best recovery when you're napping and sleeping. But yeah, get some bone broth. I swear by it. I swear by it. And even when you're not sick, a mug a day keeps the doctor away. Fuck the apple. Thank you, Teresa. You're like my biggest cheerleader, Teresa. I love that for me. That's because your immune system needs some help. Bone broth. I swear by it. Have I said that before? Have you ever heard that from me? No, 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 no. Well, Store-bought bone broth is not bad. Clearly, I sent a bunch of it to B. It's not bad, but if you can get some bones, and you could do meaty bones too, but it's cheaper if you have a butcher shop nearby. Hookers United. There you go. If you have a butcher shop nearby and get some bones, have them clean the meat off. They're cheaper that way. Get some shanks and some knuckle bones. The knuckle bones have more collagen in them. Get a couple pounds worth and just drop them in a big pot. Well, actually, get the bones and then message me. You could probably get them. You should be able to get them in the grocery store too. Okay, usually they're cheaper at a butcher shop. That's why I mentioned butcher shop. Well, at least they are, south of the border. But if you get them, message me, and I'll step by step walk you through the best bone broth you'll ever have in your life. Super rich, super delicious, super healthy, and it'll kill any bug running through your system. I swear by it. And it's great for your nails. It's great for your hair. It's great for your complexion. It'll cure anything that ails you. Rebrand says so. You can make bone broth with chicken bones, pork bones, anything, but I think beef is the best. Chicken bone's good for the soul. Chicken's good for the soul, chicken broth, but beef bone really does it. And the beef bones, you could simmer them and get the good stuff out of them over a couple days. I swear by it. I really do. I mean, I haven't had any major bugs, any major flu bugs or anything like that in quite a while. Watch, I'll probably get sick tomorrow because I said that. But no, just the regular broth. Just regular beef bones. I go and get mine. The last time I bought them, I got 50 pounds at a time. I bought a 50-pound order of them. I'm glad I did because right after I got them, the beef prices skyrocketed and the bones went up too. And when you simmer them down, you'll get all that tallow that comes out of them, and you can turn around and use that tallow. I'll tell you what you can do with that tallow. You could use it to make some skin lotion or candles or whatever you want, or you could just use it to make suet if you feed birds outside. Yeah, it's insanely priced here right now too. But very little waste when I make beef bone broth. Very little waste when I make any type of bone broth. And then, like I said, I simmer mine for at least 3 days. And by the time I'm done, the bones are so brittle, you could almost crush them in your hands. And then I go outside and I pound the shit out of that. And that goes into the garden as bone meal. Yes, you could also cook with it. Yep, you could also cook with it. Yep. Yep. The tallow makes the best French fries ever. Ever. Best French fries ever with tallow. You know, but after you get the tallow off of a batch of bone broth, you do have to render it done because it'll be all discolored and it'll have some you know little pieces of beef in it and you know, crap from the bones and stuff. So you have to render it done, and then it turns pure white when you clean it up. It's beautiful. But I can teach you how to do that. And I actually do have to make a batch of it. I don't remember who asked me to make a batch because I refused to write things down, which I'm going to have to get my little red book and start taking notes. But I know it might have been Betty asked me to make to do an instructional on making bone broth. But I was asked to do an instructional on making bone broth. I've even made bone broth using bison bones. I've never seen that, but hey, we're not supposed to just eat fat, but you know, come on. We all do. It's delicious. I don't know. I think air frying beef fat, I just think that would make an absolute mess in the air fryer. Yeah, I think it would too, Coco. That's okay. We know what you meant. What? What are you trying to tell me? Oh, you want me to move forward so you can get into your position? No. Sorry. See, I kept talking and got away from putting the comments up. It's easy to do when it's just a couple of us chit chatting. Sorry, anybody that comes back, but if you were listening, you'll know what the comments meant. Oh, let me. Well, look how quickly I got here. Look how quick I got caught up. Well, ladies, we're calming down in here, and it's just a couple of us chit chatting. So I think I'm going to call it a night and contemplate a short instructional. You know what? I have uh I don't have a double stacked Ninja air fryer, but I have their indoor um grill. I have two of them actually. I have the first one they put out that has the weird looking grate, And then they put the second one out that has the what, the thermostat with it, the temperature probe with it, temperature probe, that's it. So I got that, and it has a better grate with it. So it's easier, it has the solid grate with it, which I like much better. And that also air fries. And then I have their oh, what's it called? I forget what it's called, but it's the square. It's the square thing with the lift up lid. It's the oh, actually, I have several things that there's an air fry. It's the Steam and Crisp. It's the square thing. The lid lifts up, and it has that little square plate that you can put in. That thing will air fry or steam and crisp. I have their big round pressure cooker. That also steams, crisp, air fries. It does everything but the dishes. It's like the 13-in-1. Oh. And then what's that other big square thing? It's I haven't used it yet. I've had it for like a year. I haven't used it yet. But instead of lifting the top up, you open the doors. And I believe that air fries also. The Combi, yeah, the Combi, that's it. And then when I got my new Samsung oven last year, that also air fries. But I haven't used that as an air fryer because I don't want to mess my oven up by air frying in the oven. Plus, I'd have to be making a big meal to want to, heat my entire oven up for just me. So why would I do that when I have a gadget that'll cook something, smaller quantity for just me? So yeah, the Combi. But that's the smaller one. But what's the one that opens up in the front with the doors? That's the other one that I got that I still haven't used because I'm a Ninja appliance junkie, and I haven't put the round to it on it yet. So yes, no, it's not a toaster oven. I have a big KitchenAid. No, it's the Oster toaster oven with the French doors on it. I've had that forever. And I got it because it was pretty with the French doors. And I could cook I think a 13-inch pizza in it. Okay, yeah, I can't think of what it's called, but do you know which one I'm talking about, Terry? No, I have an upright rotisserie oven too. Teresa, what you'll learn about me is I am a kitchen gadget junkie. My rotisserie oven is not made by Ninja, but I have an upright rotisserie oven. And I got the upright one because I wanted to be able to use it for when I make doner meat. When I make the doner meat for gyros, and I've used it in there. And it does make wonderful roasted chicken in there. Smaller chickens. I've used it for kebabs. Yeah, it only does like I think 7 or 9 kebabs at a time. Not big ones. But I did it just to try it out when my grandson's here. We have fun. We had fun when he was younger using it for that. And it was okay for the doner meat. Doing stuff, using it for stuff like that when my grandson was here. Okay, good night, Terry. Good night. Let me put that up on the screen. Yes, Terry, I am a certifiable kitchen gadget junkie. certifiable. But on that note, Teresa, I did say about 10, 15 minutes ago that it was about time to check out too. So I'm going to do that and start prepping for something to do tomorrow, possibly during the day, the instructional or something. And then chances are highly probable that we will have another live tomorrow night. So you have a wonderful day. If you think of anything else that I can do, crochet related or anything else, along that lines that you think that I should do, could improve on, by all means, you let me know. And we'll get hopping on that. I value your input, okay? They're keeping me cozy. Like I said, I don't need a cat tree in this house. I'm the tree. So you have a good night, and I will see you at some point tomorrow. So good night.